Hey guys, how's it going this afternoon? I basically got something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And this is kind of an old subject from back, from a few years back, at least 2 or 3. And this whole subject has come up before in discussion with both me and with Chaplain Bob Walker both, about urgent recall notices on vehicles of any kind. It didn't matter exactly what it was. It was all Kia, it was all Chevrolets, Fords, Nissan, Subarus, and they sent out all these numerous recall notices out on all these cars at one point in time. And most of them was always about either the airbags or the brakes. And it was always urgent. You better bring it in or it's going to burn to the ground. That's what it basically said. Here's the one that we got for a Kia, from Boniface Ayers Kia in Florida. This is an old notice, and it so happened to follow me around for a good long while, and I said, you know what? If this thing has followed me around this long through mishap, somehow the Lord wants me to do another video on this. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. So I would just like to know how many of you have got these things, and why is it that everybody's airbags is either going bad or their brakes is going bad, no matter what car they got. And it makes me think that there's an agenda at hand, folks, to check everybody's car to make sure they've got the correct tracking devices in there, satisfactory to the, let's put it this way, the powers at hand. And you know what I'm getting at. The age of no privacy. I got to checking around the community at this time, and everybody was getting them for every make, model car. Didn't matter. And this all come right after the cash for clunkers with Obama, where that they actually give out money for some of the older cars. Then Chaplain Bob Walker actually done a video, guys, and that video is probably, I'm going to say 8 months old, maybe now, 9 months, 6, something like that. Where all these old vehicles come out and they had redone all of them and put computer systems in them and was reselling them. They never did mash those cars up like they said. It was a lie to the public. It was. Bald-faced lie by the government. That really doesn't surprise me any. None whatsoever. You know how I am. I have allegiance to nobody, people. Government's good for nothing but taking up the, the GUNS's, and then they kill you. That's what they do. So, but these recall notices went all the way back to 2004. Now, folks, if you've had a vehicle for 14, 15, 16 years in the days that we live in, not only is it on its last leg and ready for the junkyard, but something would already happen to that vehicle if not. And I can't but help think, like I said, that these tracking devices was being double-checked and updated in these cars. I actually know here not too long ago, people's cars were even quitting because they didn't take them in. Okay? And what got me was this. About 4 months ago, I was in bed down in Florida at the place that I unfortunately was staying at for a while. And my phone rung. And if anybody knows anything at all about me, I went to jail down there unjustly for 9 or 10 months and never was charged for anything. They just made me lose everything I had. It was done on purpose. And so this woman was on the telephone wanting to know if I had got my car updated. Well, I didn't even have a car. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, yeah, I'm calling to see if your car has been updated. The manufacturers is having us do this. I said, well, what manufacturer are you talking about? Well, we're not at liberty to discuss that. I said, no, what kind of vehicle do you think I even have? And she said, well, it doesn't matter what vehicle you got. She said, all we know is you just on a list. I said, so you're calling me over a vehicle that you don't even know what vehicle I got, and you're telling me that the manufacturer is having you call me as a subcontractor over a car that you don't know who it is? Well, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're just paying us to call and make sure that you have brought your vehicle in, that you're supposed to be bringing it in and getting it checked. I said, getting it checked for what? Well, it needs to be updated. There's some things that is malfunctioning on your car that's a manufacturer's defect, and we are just being paid to call you and tell you to bring it in. I said, well, what is it? She couldn't tell me what the defect was. She couldn't tell me what the car was. And furthermore, she lied, because there's no way in the world whatsoever that any car manufacturer could have got her to call me, because they didn't even own a car at all. And not only that, the telephone number that I got was a new phone number since I had been in jail, guys. And it was no way in the world that she was calling based on the fact that it was an old number wrote down from the car I lost while I was in there. They were systematically picking out telephone numbers and calling to make sure you've sent your car in to do whatever that they're talking about. Folks, it's not hard to figure out what's going on here. They're wanting to make sure your car's updated to be traced, that the tracking system in it is updated for their advantage. It doesn't have anything to do with brakes. It doesn't have anything to do with ABS bags. None of that stuff. And I'm sure that some of you are going to end up telling me, hey, Jerry, they sent me one of these notices. Why, of course, everybody got one of them. They covered everybody on this situation that had a vehicle that had any kind of age at all to it. Now, if you had a vehicle that was no more than a year or two old, they had already done that. But apparently, if you had a vehicle more than 5 years old, they were just double, triple checking. Or they didn't have exactly what they wanted in it and they updated it. This is absolutely ridiculous, people. This is the age of no privacy. It's the age of being tracked, being monitored. Let me ask you a question. Whenever you pay for that vehicle completely, some people might say, well, maybe if you don't pay for the vehicle, they want to find it. Well, do they offer to take a tracking system out of it once you pay for it? No. And if you try to disable something like that, then the vehicle won't work properly because it'll say sensors has been disconnected. I know what's going on here, guys. It's the NWO, okay? And I don't mean the wrestlers on TV either. I mean, it's just amazing and it's unbelievable to me what people will put up with, which is a lot. And they never think anything of any of this stuff. The other day I hauled a load in the tractor and trailer where that I'm back working, and there was a seal that was put on the door back there, which there's a 6-digit seal they put on there to make sure you don't get into the trailer after it's loaded, and if it's broken, well, then they know somebody's attempted to get in it. This one had a big yellow square box on it. I wished I could have taken a picture of it for you guys and showed it to you. And I asked that guy, I said, what kind of a lock is this anyway? I said, most of the time that's just a little plastic tag. It looks just like a little, plastic ripcord, that's on there with a number on it. This one was square, guys. It had a box on it. He said, oh, this is the new RFID chip. Version of your seal that goes back there. So now they're putting RFID chips on it. And that was with an Amazon load, okay? It's ridiculous, guys. It's not going to be that long. There's going to be no place to run, no place to hide. And guess what? People don't care, guys. Humanity is being literally led by the nose into nothing but slavery. And it's being done in the name of lies over brakes and over airbags. Okay? I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm telling you the truth on this. Everybody's brakes and airbags can't be bad and need a manufacturer defect upgrade for every single model vehicle they are, whether it be Nissan, Subaru, Chevrolet, Ford. I guess that they had a defect on every single make and model from 2015 to 2004, right? And then they so happened to wanted to crush everything from 2004 back. Then they lied and remodeled all that, microchipped every bit of it, and stuck it back out on the lot and sold it for a profit. It is utterly ridiculous. This age of surveillance that is going on right now with the public, and nobody cares, folks. I just thought I'd bring this to your attention today. You guys leave it in the description box if you want to make a comment about this, or I would like to hear if you guys got these type notices. Chaplain Bob, like I had said before, I think I said it in this video, he even did a video about where they were reselling these cars that were 2004 back. But see, they redid them, guys, and they put the computer systems in them. It has nothing whatsoever to do with a manufacturer's defect of no kind. It has to do with the slavery surveillance system of the NWO. And I see it manifest every day in front of my eyes. Every day. And as long as people have common comforts, they could care less. But the problem is, guys, that all the darkness is coming in. And it's closing in. And this thing of just getting by with common comforts and being fine with everything, the e-ticket for humanity is about over with, guys. You're going to see. It's not going to be too long. You're going to try to go into a store. You got a card where you took the stick. Nope. Can't come in here. You going to try to go pay for gas. You got the card showing you got the stick. Nope. Can't come in here. It's going to get to the point by the time it gets to from 19 to 20 and then 20 to 21. You know what I'm talking about. You're not going to be able to buy, sell, or trade without the mark. Or the stick, whatever you want to call it. Or the sting of the scorpion from 9/11. And I'm talking about Revelation chapter 9 verses 11 and on. The whole chapter 9, let's put it that way, the sting of the scorpion. Just the way it is, folks. Better have the whole armor of God on in these days. Because humanity is being led into captivity. It's just like that song that I heard that one time. It's the end of the world as we know it by R.E.M. And I feel fine. Everybody just feels fine, don't they? It's the end of the world as we know it, and they feel fine. But put on the whole armor of God, folks, if you're a Christian. Thank you for watching my video.